Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, as well as the vast majority of crypto and obviously finance. So let's just dive in. And before we fully jump on into this video, I just want to ask everybody out there, I do have a new group. It's a Telegram group chat. It's down in the description below. It's fully free. I think you should all join it. It's incredible. Also join the free Discord and go follow me over on Twitter at @NCashOfficial to never miss a future update. But with all that being said, let's dive in and let's start off with this tweet here from Ashish Burla, which is, by the way, the board member over at Ripple. This has been an individual that I've been following for a very long time. Very intelligent individual as well, I should say. But we do see Coinbase is transitioning from crypto exchange to crypto-enabled banking services. This is very interesting, especially at this current moment in time as we do look at the big banks. But we do see Coinbase's updated mission is building the crypto economy, a more fair, accessible, efficient, and transparent financial system enabled by crypto. Per its Q1 2023 earnings transcript, revenue on deposits via interest income, blockchain rewards, and custodial fees now make up the lion's share of Coinbase revenues, shown as subscription and services revenue below. This is very interesting. What do you see down here? Interest on USDC deposits is generating $199 million alone, or about 18% of all Coinbase revenue. Coinbase revenues are slowly shifting from consumer to high-margin institutional customers. That's a big change there. Institutional trading revenue increased 67% from last quarter. Coinbase also benefits from banking-like revenues that are less dependent on the overall crypto market. With trust in traditional banks or banking eroding, is the timing right for institutions and consumers to turn to alternatives? Nobody trusts the banks now. This is interesting. Me personally, I think that this is extremely bullish for crypto. One, obviously, when we look at Coinbase, a big question that I've had in the back of my mind, and I know that this is probably speculation and I do apologize, but I've been thinking very, very vividly about the fact that Coinbase has delisted XRP and they haven't relisted XRP like other exchanges. The question is that we've seen a huge, like a ramp up of their ad campaign around making cross-border payments more efficient. They also want to bank the unbanked, and all of these pinpoint back to the initial time where we were really bullish on Ripple and what they were doing with XRP, because that was their goal, banking the unbanked, creating this, equitable financial economy. To me personally, when we look at what Coinbase is doing, I have this kind of question in the back of my mind, and it's like, does Coinbase view XRP as not for retail? Because I know that has been the longest narrative. Obviously, listen, I'm not going to say, hey, XRP wasn't made for retail, but we've talked about it. XRP is not made for you to go out and buy a coffee with it. Yes, you can technically, but ultimately we know XRP's main use case is not that. There's a ton of use cases for XRP, but I don't believe that the retail sector is really a spot on direction for it. In fact, I've talked about this. I do think that XRP was mainly B2B, and XLM, which again, a lot of people look at these two and they're comparing them and saying, oh, well, they're competitors, blah, blah, blah. When I look at XLM is more P2P. It's more for the retail sector than XRP. In my opinion, XRP is made and designed and developed for the financial institutions. So when we look at this, I do have that question in the back of my mind, and it's like, does Coinbase know something that we don't know? I mean, we recently seen Stuart Alderati meeting with Coinbase's legal counsel, so who knows? But also over here, we do see such moves do not ban Bitcoin. They only make your currency and banking system less liquid, and their users more aware of the fact that your currency is a loyalty points scheme and not money. Yeah, check this out. Argentina slams brakes on crypto, banning purchases through banks. Financial institutions not allowed to offer digital assets to large banks will have to backtrack on recent launches. Again, very interesting. It seems as though, and I've talked about this a little bit at a time on this channel, what is going on with these banks? It seems as though they want to collapse, because crypto, in my opinion, opens the door of endless opportunity for liquidity to brew, and also for a lot of incredible financial use case. value that could be derived from a lot of these solutions. Cross-border payments obviously being a big one that we've talked about quite a bit, disrupting $156 trillion currently, projected to be $250 trillion by 2027. Like, to me, are banks just trying to have this sort of, I don't want to call it suicidal wreck, but it seems as though these banks are trying to just avoid innovation. They want to stick to the traditional ways, and I think that that's going to kill them more and more. I think that banks are on the verge of major collapse. I've been talking about that for a long time, but it's interesting to see where these banks are really kind of headed, because it seems as though they want to get rid of crypto. They want to cut off crypto just so that they could push their CBDC. But maybe I'm wrong. But we do see over here, this goes back to January. I have a few articles here from January. Why UK banks are blocking transfers to and from crypto exchanges, the crypto mile. Now, at this time, they were blocking it due to it being fraudulent, if you will. We do see Yahoo Finance speaks to a financial services expert about the underlying reasons for this crackdown on crypto. And it seems as though it was mainly because of them looking at it as a fraud. I don't believe that this is the case. Like, when we look at what's happening around these banks, I think that they have to give a narrative. And I think that the idea around this is that banks must consider the risk of allowing their consumers to interact with organizations that potentially have the capability to cause consumer detriment and to do things with consumer money that would result in bad outcomes. This is what we always hear the banks say. But to me, when I see this, what I hear is cryptocurrency is rising, and it's ultimately challenging the dominance that banks have. And we are seeing a lot of the retail sector, move to crypto than traditional banking. So to me, it seems as though banks are kind of worried. It seems like banks are panicking. And I mean, it does make sense, right? We've talked about this. And also over here, this was February. Banks under pressure from US authorities to cut ties with crypto firms. You guys probably remember this. This was pretty comical because those same exact banks that were under pressure ended up collapsing, which I thought was pretty interesting. And from there on out, we've seen a lot of problems arise within the banking sector. It's almost as if these banks moving away from crypto was a bad move. Maybe I'm wrong, right? Because again, as we look at what's happening around crypto, this is creating an entirely new asset class. And this asset class is being built from literally the ground up on financial freedom and control of your own assets. That is huge. When you go to the bank and you try to get, a $50,000 deposit out, oh, well, you have to come back tomorrow. Or they make you wait, or maybe they make you fill out a whole bunch of stuff. They have to document it. They have to do this. They have to do that. It's like, it's your money. It's your money, right? Kind of reminds me of the old commercial. It's my money and I need it now. Like, it's insane that you have to literally fight the bank to get your money out, which should be a huge red flag for most people. And also over here, again, UK banks HSBC nationwide to ban crypto purchases with credit cards. This was a huge thing as well in March. From there, we also did see Santander to block UK transfers to crypto exchanges in 2023. This goes back to November, by the way. They have been on par with blocking crypto for so long now. It's truly remarkable that we are in 2023. Bitcoin has gone from $0 in market cap to literally $1 trillion. The entire market of crypto went from 0 to $3 trillion market cap, yet we still have this huge fight going on within traditional finance versus crypto. And the wildest part about all of this is that crypto does not care. It does not care. We have seen crypto defy all odds this year, and it will only continue to do so. Now, also over here, we do see UK banks blocking crypto access given fraud, volatility, lawmakers told. We have taken a pretty hard line as a bank on crypto. We're blocking retail and wealth customers from transferring into crypto assets because of the volatility and the stability of the platform. Now, hold up. Let's take a step back real quick. I thought my money in the bank was, money that I could do whatever the hell I want with. No, that's not the case. This is exactly why I'm telling you, this gets me so bullish, because Think about it. Who actually wants to hold money in a bank when they can control your everyday, they can control your everyday purchases now? I see a lot of people, saying, oh, a CBDC is going to control us. Banks can do that now. There is nothing stopping a traditional bank from, flagging your transaction as fraud and stopping you from making the transaction. This is a serious issue. And this is also why I say, crypto will thrive off of things like this. The traditional world of finance is failing, and they are utilizing idiotic remarks to push this stupid narrative. Crypto's a fraud, crypto's this. And you know what's funny? The worst part about all of this is that there's a large following of the retail sector. I would argue 95%, 96%, who knows? It's in the high 90s that don't even know about crypto, and they think that it is a fraud because that's what mainstream media is telling them. It is absolutely ridiculous. And also over here, 47% of UK banks don't allow customers to interact with crypto exchanges. This goes back to October 14th. Yeah, this is wild. This is absolutely wild. But this was not the only thing. We also did see over here, Starling Bank introduces crypto transaction ban going back to November. Again, this is why I'm telling you all. A lot of these insider things, they're remarking FTX here. I'm sure that we've probably seen, and by the way, they put limitations on the exchanges. Here you go. So introducing a £1,000 on single transactions and a £3,000 limit on transactions each month. This is what I'm talking about. This is the problem. This is the problem with traditional banking, and this is also why I say it is so damn bullish for crypto. This is why you need to step away from banks. They're not your friend. They don't care about you. They don't care about the retail sector at all. Honestly, I like to see, crypto defying all odds and doing the complete opposite of what the traditional world is doing, because that's exactly why we got into crypto, to escape the man, the suits, the elites. So yeah, I thought this was very interesting. But also, we do see over here from Raoul Pal. So again, this is exactly why even today, more than ever, banks are a big deal. Slowly but surely, the US is imposing capital controls on its citizens. It's hard for US nationals to open foreign bank accounts, as most banks won't take them due to onerous restrictions, FATCA. And now the US is slowly trying to close the crypto on and off ramp too. This is absolutely wild, and it is a big problem. And you know what? You know what's crazy about all of this is the big giants within the US. Fidelity, BlackRock, I think Citi, there was a few other ones. They were all applying for crypto custody services licenses. Think about that. I wonder what's happening here, right? Banks are trying to cut off crypto on and off ramps, cutting off the exchanges, but all of a sudden we see a whole bunch of financial institutions and the elite companies coming out of the woodwork to get their crypto custody licenses. Doesn't seem suspicious at all, right? It's not like these centralized companies want to have all control over crypto as well. Screw that. I'm not dealing with that. This is why I say crypto will thrive off of the community. Communities around crypto are so strong. And when I look at this space, I look at decentralization. I look at control of your own money. Taking control of your own money is it's a revolution. It truly is. Going all the way back in time, right? Now I see why all of these cryptocurrencies, the general public doesn't even realize it. But when you go back in time and you actually look at the life cycle of Bitcoin, you can understand exactly why Bitcoin has been so successful. It's because people are fed up, man. Who wants to go to a bank and have to fill out all this paperwork to get your money? With Bitcoin, I could sell, $70,000 worth of Bitcoin and have that money in my digital wallet immediately. And then I could go and buy things with that money. You can't do that with banks. Yeah, sure, you can do online transactions, all this stuff with your bank card, whatever. But go ahead and try to withdraw some money. It's all fake. It's not there. This money is not there. These banks don't have your money. It's a big problem. But we do see over here, I actually had a conversation with Crypto Guy 360 over on Twitter. He tagged me in this. He tagged me in the CBDC post. It was Bitcoin versus CBDC, and it says big news in the crypto world. It's inevitable. Central bank digital currencies are on the horizon, and it's time to pay attention. Governments are exploring the use of CBDCs to stay relevant in the ever-evolving financial world. But what about privacy coins? Don't worry, they're here to stay. Some governments may try to regulate them, but I foresee a world where the wealthy and privileged use Bitcoin and other privacy coins, could even be XRP, right? While CBDCs become the norm for the less fortunate. Are you ready for the future of money? Share your thoughts. And of course, yes, I got tagged in this, and I wrote my opinion. I even said, I actually think crypto will be an escape for individuals to avoid governmental control of their financial freedom. And this is exactly what we need to do. We need to take control of our financial freedom. We need this space to thrive. We need to literally take a step back. Look at these regulators. Look at these people in charge of the system. These are people that shouldn't even be speaking on anything. These people do zero work. They want to push their opinions around, and they want to utilize their power and their, position against the general public. This is a big problem. But when I look at crypto as a major escape from the traditional world, from, all this nonsense. These people are getting rich off of the retail sector, and I think people are finally getting tired of it. And now it's time to revolt. Now it's time to invest in the digital age of finance and get behind your own money. This is currency that you control. This is currency for the retail sector. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me over on Twitter, as well as join the free Discord down in the description below. This is up to you all. Have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.